French. We got James French. Another Liverpool defector. We got James French. He's our set piece coach. He's our set piece coach. We will score all the goals. He's our set piece coach. Welcome, James French, another Liverpool fantastic set piece coach. We've nicked him from Liverpool. Cry me a river, Liverpool. We go for bands, M for M. We got our James French. It's all done. We got Linders. We got Linders. He knows everything about Liverpool. We got Linders. We got Linders. We got Linders. He knows about everything about Liverpool. We got Linders. We have taken two of their guys, and they are not going to recover from this.
So that's where I've always said I never found, and people take the piss at me. I said, since January, for me, Villa has one of the best squads in the Premier League. I might even put my neck out there and say the best squad.
Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. Apologies for the late setup. I woke up extremely late. Blame my friends or just blame me. We was playing GTA. Playing GTA till like 3 in the morning.
No, blame the thumbnail guy.
Yeah, blame the thumbnail guy. Let's just do that. But yeah, if you didn't know, smashing the like is important in every single stream and video. And I know a lot of you have done it at the moment. I like to think so. And if you haven't subscribed, you're welcome to. We're going to be talking about Liverpool targeting Diomande and Hato from Ajax. Now, if you're a Liverpool fan, you probably got some crazy dopamine going on at the moment, because if you manage to land one, if not both, yeah, I'm going to have to punch through my screen. I'm not going to lie. You got Diomande from Sporting, if you don't know. He's a great ball-playing centre-back. About 6 foot. He's just about 6 foot everything.
Was it the last show we were talking about what else Liverpool needed?
Yeah, Liverpool needed.
And we were saying
it's funny, isn't it? It's just like
the Kudus
you got
thing,
some ITK shit going on or something.
Might be your boy Ben. Bro, Ben Jacobs probably looks like a Ben, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
He actually does. Does he look a little bit like Ben from EastEnders?
Oh my god. No, he looks like. Do you remember Big Ben, Little Ben?
No.
It's the Big Cook, Little Cook.
Nah.
Oh fuck.
I'll Google it later.
Yeah. People will know about that show from back in the day. Anyways, Big Cook, Little Ben. There's one called Ben. I'm pretty sure that's it.
It was definitely Cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would say so. And also we got Arsenal entering the Kudus race. Hato is also wanted by other teams as well. Like Arsenal being heavily linked with him. There's a link with Kivior going away as well, and whatnot. So yeah, if there's going to be a lot of transfer races this summer. It's just who's going to get who over the line.
Hold on, did you say Arsenal in for Kudus as well?
No. Oh,
did you just say so? It's
I said Hato, but
Arsenal. Are Arsenal in for him?
Yeah, and Newcastle.
So Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea.
And he come out today about João Pedro to Fabrizio just said about Newcastle. João Pedro might actually go ahead.
I could see that happening though.
Did you see in a world where they go to maybe like a 3,
because where else would Pedro go to?
But where does he play? I mean, what position?
No, I don't know where he plays. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking at Pedro, I don't think he ends up at Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City.
I thought he might go abroad.
Yeah, maybe. If he's staying in the Premier League, I think Newcastle is probably his level.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That could be it. But if Arsenal go and get Kudus, that would be interesting. I know people would say, but Saka plays there. And I know Chelsea want him. We spoke about it last night. So if you want to go check out that video, trust me, that would be amazing. I know Newcastle want Kudus.
It makes perfect sense for Newcastle.
Newcastle, if you miss out on Boomer, you think, okay, what's the next best thing after that? Oh, wait, hold on. Kudus. You'd think like Kudus, Isak, Gordon, that's still just as dangerous.
That's deadly, it's a difficult one because I actually think Mbumo could fit in a lot of different teams, but I don't know if Kudus actually might suit Newcastle that little bit more.
Why?
Than Mbumo. Because I think Newcastle have the luxury of having Isak up top.
Kudus can play right. He's right winger, isn't he?
So
right winger, attacking mid, maybe.
Let me put it right. So at City, yeah, I think for me, Mbumo suits Liverpool because Liverpool get a lot of their goals from out wide.
Yeah.
Well, especially on the right.
Yeah.
Salah. At City, most of our goals come from the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Newcastle, that they have the luxury of having Isaac up top. So if they have Gordon and Kudus, I think that cooks.
Yeah, I think it cooks.
See, I'm right. So if this is it, Elanga or Kudus,
I see it.
I'm sorry, it's Kudus all day
Yeah,
long.
Elanga or Madueke for Newcastle for me it's like, do you want to play Champions League next year?
Right, bro. Newcastle, you're back getting Champions League football.
100%.
By the way, I think Elanga will do a job. Do I think Elanga's better than Murphy? Just about.
I'm not gonna lie.
Just about.
If you ask me,
actually, I don't know.
You ask me
based on last season, maybe not.
Yeah, if you ask me who do I think's better, Langa's got way more pace, but Murphy's got better delivery, and I think he's got a better finish. He's got a better pass. Yeah, I'm picking Murphy. I think Murphy's disrespected.
Yeah, I can't lie. If you're Newcastle and you've just won, again, I'm pretty certain yesterday we were saying, Newcastle, you've just won a trophy, right? You've got one of the best midfields in the Premier League, right? Based on last season, yeah. You've got Isaac. You've got Champions League football now. And whereas last time you had Champions League football and you didn't push on, this time you need to learn from that and push on. If you go and get Elanga.
Oh, wait, hold on. Man United's got a 20% sell-on clause.
Yeah, you probably will have.
Oh, please. Hey, Newcastle, do the right thing. 50 million.
Is that what they're talking? Are they talking fees or anything?
Please, yeah. Newcastle, do the right thing. Do the right thing.
For me, it's not like Newcastle now, where Newcastle are getting Champions League football. What they need to be doing is pushing on, yeah? Not ultimately going and getting a winger that played for a team that failed to get Champions League football.
True.
Like, for me, Elanga is probably at the level he should be at. Newcastle are trying to be the level above now.
Yeah. How does it make sense for Arsenal in your mind with Kudus? And even people in the comments. But by the way, big up everyone in here. Get your opinions in. I am reading them.
So can Kudus play on the other side? Because I only know him on the right.
I would say he's more effective off the right. He can play on the left. But you know where I think he's actually probably the best? You know where Ødegaard plays?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I think Kudus is that good at picking up the ball, driving the ball. He could do 8-10 right wing striker or left wing. I wouldn't want him on the left, but for me, if your Arsenal are looking at options,
you wouldn't play him in the Ødegaard role, surely not.
No, put Ødegaard as the 8. He basically
I do. Ødegaard's an 8, 100%. Oh, so you're saying play him?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you want a different option, I think Kudus gives Arteta a lot of tactical flexibility in terms of how to set up against a team. If there's a low block and you're dominating, you just need Declan Rice to clean up. Cool.
Yeah.
Then you want to play more attacking options. You've got, Benjamin Sesko, who's going to come in the door probably because he's been given priority. Come out today from Fabrizio on his YouTube channel. We already know that anyways. Havertz, whatever situation you want up front, then you want someone, who's going to be the two midfielders that might unlock, a goal? It would be Ødegaard and probably Kudus in the middle. It's not like it's unknown.
So I'd be interested to see. Right, I don't think Kudus suits Arsenal, but I haven't watched him enough. But we're watching Kudus play for West Ham, who have a lot of no one playing a low block against West Ham, right?
Because they are the low block.
Yeah, right. Could Kudus strive in at Arteta Arsenal? I don't know,
Yeah, especially if someone's going to cost around £70 million.
I don't.
£70 million for depth is not.
Is he going to change? Right. Everyone says
not it.
Everyone says that Pep changes players based on Grealish, pretty much, right? Would Arteta change Kudus?
See, look, it's gonna be unpopular by a lot of Arsenal fans. What you know what I'm gonna say in it, but you don't want to move him. From his
fuck's sake, no! You're not playing him left back, Cass.
Left wing.
Oh, I thought you were going to play Saka at left back.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Saka, at left wing would still be just as good at right wing.
You're going to you'll slowly move that back to wing back, and the next minute you'll be talking about.
No, he's a quality player, and I know he gets goals and assists. He's got quality delivery. I'm just saying. Kudus on the right, Saka on the left wing. I think it's just as deadly. And guess what? They can interchange. They can change. In game.
I haven't seen Kudus on the left, and I haven't seen Saka on the left.
Kudus not as effective on the left, but he's still quality. He's still quality.
Is there any? Have we seen him anywhere?
Garnair link up with Thomas Partey. You know what I mean?
By the way, Thomas Partey hasn't signed a new contract yet.
That will happen.
Yeah,
it will happen. Yeah. Even if it expires in July the 1st, it will still happen.
I see. This is a thing for me. When we get to a point of right, that Saka cooks on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Definitely.
believe Arsenal should be doing anything to change that. Like, are you really saying to ultimately to allow Kudus to come in? Right, who's better on the right, Kudus or Saka?
Saka.
Right, okay, so in that case, we can't be changing Saka to suit Kudus, surely.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But if you want someone that's more direct, if Kudus goes on the left, he's just going to be more direct, and he can still be a handful.
See, that's where I am with City. If we were to play with wingers next season, I would sacrifice Doku on the left to see Savio on the left. Right?
Yeah.
You can't be changing Saka. Like,
Nah, probably not. No,
You can't.
it's not going to happen because Saka will be like, no, I'm playing on the right. Probably.
you can't do it. Like you're taking someone that has been one of the best in the world on the right for the last 2-3 years. You can't change that because you've got an unknown quantity coming in, and that's all he is at the moment. We have to remember he's played at West Ham, where you're playing against, like, Saka's been doing it against low blocks.
Yeah, exactly. I
Can't
think
change
Kudus
that.
has got that something. He's both footed, heavily more left footed, obviously, but he can play both feet. He's got a good pick out and delivery. If you've got a decent striker up front or someone on the edge like Declan Rice, I mean, yeah, it comes from ex-West Ham employees that their number one source. So it's not like this is some bogey talk. This is real talk. You know, they're the same ones that basically spoke about Chelsea, and he's the same one that spoke about Newcastle as well. So it's just, I can't deny it. If you told me I'm going to line up against Saka and Kudus on your wings coming against your team, I'm going to think, oh shit, that's not ideal.
But then if Kudus is right, so we're saying Saka, Kudus both play. Their best side is the right.
Yeah.
Right? And we're saying Kudus is going to cost how much?
About 70 odd million.
Okay, cool. So would you not rather put an extra 10 on that and go and get fucking Rodrigo, who can cook on
Oh
the
yeah,
left?
he said it was already top priority. But you know, it was clearly Arsenal wants someone that can cover on the right. Correct? Yeah. Because they inquired for Mbeumo, and Mbeumo said no. Yeah, and that was said today as well, by the way. So that's clarified.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to cover.
He rejected the approach. Let's just call it like that, right? So they kind of adopt into the idea of having another left-footed right winger that can play pretty much multiple positions. And Mbeumo can play multiple positions in terms of probably right wing and striker, maybe just behind if you decided to change it a little bit. So them going for someone like Kudus kind of makes sense if you compare it to their approach to someone like obviously Mbeumo.
Would Kudus be willing to go there to be?
Yeah, he wants to leave.
Back up. Yeah.
He's going to start.
He wants to leave.
You don't spend 70 odd million just to end up on the. Well, you could end up on the bench.
Is he Ivorian?
No, he's Ghanaian.
Oh, Ghanaian, right. Ghana in the World Cup. Well, he's going to get in the squad whether he plays or not. Team. No, I'm just thinking at the moment there is, like, with this transfer window, ultimately he's going to get in Ghana's team whether he's starting or not. But
he's quality. Yeah.
With this transfer window this summer, a lot of players will be making moves or not making moves based on, like, how that's going to help their World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I think Grealish must move, because Grealish is 30 now, I believe, or if he isn't 30, he's about to turn 30. Next year is Grealish's last chance to play in a World Cup for England. Right?
Okay.
He's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to put, when he's 34, he ain't playing for England. Now, if I was to say to you, like, based on the here and now, Grealish is not getting an England squad. I'm pretty certain Tuchel's came out and said, without game time, nah, right? Now, if Grealish goes to, whether it be Newcastle, whether it be Forest, whether it be fucking, who else have been linked with him? Tottenham, wherever Grealish goes, if Grealish goes somewhere and has a good 6 months, he'll be back in England squad, right?
Could happen.
It could happen, right? He must go. Grealish cannot stay at City, or he might as well wave goodbye any chance of being on that plane to the World Cup. Villa's the one. If he goes, same with a lot of these players, you have to think, will they start? Because if they're not, where would Grealish start at England? Right. Let's be honest with you. I'm not saying based on the here and now Grealish will start. Grealish should not be in the England squad based on the here and now. But if Grealish leaves City and has a solid 3, 4, 5 months wherever he goes, he will be in contention for England. Yeah. And when you're saying where would he start? Well, me personally, I like Grealish in the 10 role, right? But we're not fucking, like, we haven't got hundreds of left-sided players at England. Like, it's Anthony Gordon and probably Grealish. So Grealish must go for that reason. I'm so intrigued at where he ends up going. I'm not gonna lie.
Since you value stats so much, are you talking about us?
I wouldn't value
Mbeumo or
stats that
Saka?
much.
Well, Saka.
Why do we value? What makes you think that we value stats so much?
Yeah. Oh, it's just Ali. It's to Ali, to be fair.
Ah, right. Okay.
So I don't need to answer that.
And Mbeumo or Saka? I'll answer it, Saka.
Yeah, it's obviously Saka. And Mbeumo got more stats because he was more available in the season.
Grealish to Bayern.
Grealish to he wants to stay in England.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going to go on now. By the way, there's 822 people in the house. Big up to everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturdays because it's a bit moody in England right now. But smash the likes. We're on 175. Any of you just said, you know what? Let me just stop right now and like the video. It would probably boost to about 300.
Yeah.
And a 300 boosting just ASAP will boost. Trust me, YouTube will have to, you know.
Yeah. If you get that over 250, we'll probably go up to about 950 watching within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably. People will get notified.
And then there's more people to cook in the comments.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Kudus' future, I do believe he moves this summer. And I do believe he will move away from West Ham to a top team. I don't see him going abroad. I just don't know where. The team that makes sense for me the most right now is actually Chelsea. Chelsea makes the most sense for me. Arsenal, I can, because if you're going to think, okay,
I think Newcastle.
If you're going to have approaches, it comes from David Ornstein saying Mbeumo was looked as like a backup to kind of Saka. You're thinking, okay, they might be looking at that to Kudus. Kudus want to know where his role is and probably want to play in his favoured position, which is either in the middle or probably on the right-hand side. And I think there's an available spot in Chelsea. He doesn't have to move anywhere. I mean, Newcastle, you'd have to relocate pretty much and do everything all over again. I think he would want to go to Chelsea more than Newcastle. They can probably offer him more as well. But then again, when you think of wages, you know, Chelsea's wages are not that different these days to others.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree with Ali saying Liverpool. I think Liverpool did make sense. I think Liverpool would have made sense for Mbeumo or Kudus. I would probably say Mbeumo more at Liverpool. If I'm being honest with you, I think. Right, let me ask you, who's better, Leao or Kudus?
Kudus.
I think that. Chat, what are you saying? Leao or Kudus? I reckon the chat are going to say Leao. I think Kudus easily, but I'm not a big fan of Leao. I think Chelsea or Newcastle, both of them probably make sense. I think realistically, if you're him, you probably pick Chelsea in it.
Yeah, you do.
You do. Yeah, it's not a probable. I'm sorry, Newcastle fans, but at this point, you pick Chelsea over.
But you know
Newcastle.
what? I don't know if Kudus wants to be part of another kind of upcoming project. That's what West Ham probably told him, right? Because they were winning and they were doing all right.
All right, but all right.
That's what. But I say sometimes I feel like I wonder.
Are they not both projects?
Yeah, but I think Chelsea's obviously the bigger name and everything. But I feel like players need to jump at the chance and give Newcastle a chance. I just don't know if Kudus is that kind of guy to take that chance again at his age now. Thinking, I've been in the Prem for a couple of years. Do I want to jump at the chance at that or be at something pretty much? You call it a little bit. The trajectory of Newcastle and Chelsea the same. One had a blip, but one's going up and up and up.
I think you look at the ambition at the moment, right? I mean, look, Chelsea are in the Club World Cup for starters, right? Whether you rate the Club World Cup or not.
It's a lot of money.
Well, listen, Cherki apparently is pushing to get this City deal done ASAP because he wants to go to the Club World Cup. So whether people rate it or not, players are clearly rating it. I also think at the moment, Chelsea maybe... Right, Chelsea are going to show more ambition in the transfer window than Newcastle. And if I'm wrong at the end of the transfer window, my bad. But going by Newcastle, I think Newcastle, for whatever reason, just don't seem to be showing enough ambition to me.
Yeah, João Pedro is a good pickup, but it's like how much more? You know what it is, to my understanding, maybe Newcastle fans and they can tell me a little bit more. Like how much money can he spend this summer? I
don't know.
That's the question. I don't know either.
I don't know. You'd have to get a specialist on to ask that.
Where's Kieran Maguire? Come on down.
Yeah, but I don't know. But there's something that seems to be stopping Newcastle from showing that ambition.
There was a graph yesterday, to be fair. Let me try to pick that up. You can see
whereas you know that the thing is, maybe it's a bit different ways of managing it. Newcastle's board quite clearly are trying to move very carefully, whereas Todd Bowley doesn't give a shit.
See, this is what I don't understand. You can see everyone's greens here. This is the PSR, right? Because this is what we're going to go. But look, Nottingham Forest way in there. Crystal Palace very healthy. But why is Newcastle 83? So they got a healthy PSR, but why is it orange? I want to know why it's
Hold on.
orange. It should be fine.
Does it say anywhere?
It says safe. It says should
Yeah,
be
so
fine.
why they should be fine
Should
when
be
others
fine.
below them are green?
They could definitely do something, but it's like, how much of something can they do? How much of a loss can they make?
I don't understand that PSR shit. Convenient as a City fan.
I'm
I'm
learning it a little slowly, but it's just it kind
slowly
of
but surely.
slowly but surely, but not slowly. To be fair,
Oh.
it's not even surely. But yeah, no, I don't know how much they can actually afford to do, but they should be able to get a couple signings. But if you're looking at Elanga or Madueke, you say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to spend 40, 50 million on one of those players. It's like, well, you probably got one more player left in your
right.
bag.
Are they looking at Noni?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. So that tells me all I need to hear, that both Chelsea and Newcastle have got Champions League football, right? Chelsea's reaction is to go, right, we've got these wingers, but we want better. Newcastle's reaction is to go, all right, well, we'll take one of them off of you. Who's showing more ambition? Chelsea going, no, we want to improve our wingers, and Newcastle going, cool, well, we'll have one of the ones that
But would you not say like Newcastle's ambition is limited because of PSR though?
Yeah. I'll be clear with it. There must be reasons, but at the moment, like I said, it might even be down to the fact that Newcastle's owners, maybe because they know that certain people task certain people with a certain brush, and so have an agenda against them, maybe, right?
Yeah.
That they're trying to tread very carefully. Top Bowley don't give a shit about treading carefully. Right?
That's just
Top B will be like, we'll deal with this later. Right, go and get me the players I want, and then if we have to sell a couple of fucking hotels, right, and we'll do that, innit? And fair play to him. Look, but I do think it's to do with Newcastle treading carefully because they know that there's a spotlight on them.
Yeah, we don't even know who their next director of football is going to be yet. Paul Mitchell's leaving at the end of the month, isn't he? So
it's true. Newcastle probably don't. Newcastle were on a trajectory with how much money they generate. I think them winning the cup will have helped them to get new sponsors.
Yeah, you know the maddest thing is though, they don't need a mad upgrade on their first team. They just need a right winger.
We saw that this season.
They just need a right winger. They probably need a better someone that's probably going to take the reins off of the right centre back from Shaw, I would say. And then maybe another centre midfielder of some sort. But then again, it's going to be difficult to break into that midfield. So it's like cool. They can have João Pedro. He can probably do a little something behind Isaac. They can both play together. They can get all three of them positions sorted. Then everything else they got in the squad wise, they will be fine. So they don't need to spend. I don't think they need to spend heavily.
Was that the door?
No, I didn't hear it. Well, I don't believe Newcastle need to spend heavily. Same way with Arsenal, they don't need to spend heavily. They just got to do it correctly. Because I actually like Newcastle team quite a lot. The bare 11 when it's fit is crazy good. Livermento's only getting better. Lewis Hall's only getting better. Do you know what I mean? Botman's finally back. Joel Linton's finally back after a tormented half a season of being injured.
I think the thing is, right, where I feel, yeah, you're right. They need a right back, 100%. Sorry, a right winger. Oh, look at that.
It's a B.
It's a B. Oh, it's a big bastard, though.
It's all right. It will figure itself out.
It's going to fly towards me, and I'm going to fucking... Hold on one second.
I don't think that's the case. It's just got to come this way. Look.
There we go, bosh.
Look, they...
right, yeah, what I was
going to... save the bee's life.
What I was going to...
Save the bees.
What I was going to say was that if you go back to... So last season, Newcastle had less injuries, and they looked better, right?
Yeah.
If you go back 2 seasons before that, same thing. The season they were in the Champions League where they played more games, they got more injuries and they dropped out of.
I think that's a learning curve.
Yeah,
it's got to be a learning curve, isn't it?
So I would say Newcastle best 11, 100%. They need a couple of squad players.
I just think they need first teams to push the team, the first teamers to the squad.
Well, yeah, maybe because ultimately, you get a Kudus, then Murphy becomes a. Well, what centre backs have they got? So I know they've got
Shaw, Botman, and practically Dan Burn these days. He's played
maybe
a lot
another centre back would help.
They need like a.
They're looking at a keeper, aren't they? Because Pope's
yeah. They're looking at that Trafford. Obviously, we don't know who else they're going to go for. Joan Garcia, they were in for, didn't get him, and then the last thing on Newcastle, I think they're definitely hot on the hills for Gay. He's going to
yeah.
Gay and Botman sounds like a great partnership for me.
Yeah, Botman's cold, man. I think Botman's had a few injuries, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been ridden on that.
One interesting thing is because if they get James Trafford, he's very, very good with his feet and likes to play out from the back.
Botman overrated? Are you meant?
No, Botman's not overrated.
Botman's overrated.
Harley, no.
Nah, he's class, man. I remember when Liverpool were linked with him. I was like, oh, fuck.
I think if Botman hadn't had the injuries he'd had, we'd be rating him in even more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty certain if you look at Newcastle's results without him as well, he's...
Yeah, they look even last like little bar in Newcastle. They're looking at Nunes. They're looking at Elliott.
Who are?
At Joe Gomez.
Who?
Newcastle at the moment.
Nunes.
Well, they're looking at him. They won't get him. They definitely won't get him.
They shouldn't want him.
Love, bro.
Hold on, what are they going to do? Play Nunes off of Isaac?
I don't know, man. It's just bullshit, innit?
Why am I squinting? So I have glasses. Because my eyes are bad, but the TV's still quite far away, so I have to squint.
Yeah. Smash the likes, people, as well. As Andy says, it's just us two again. Yeah, we don't need everyone. We don't always need panels because then you get proper conversations.
Why have you got a picture of...
Oh, he just does it all the time, bro. All the time. This guy's just on to me, I swear.
Yeah.
And I hope you lot have been enjoying that. We've listened to requests. We've had a majority, a Wolfie free panel.
Yeah, how is Wolfie? Is everyone checking in on Wolfie on his channel? Actually,
yeah, I talk to him every day.
No, but on his channel, that's real life. I mean, the fake Wolfie you see on his channel, where
he'll be on tonight though.
Oh, perfect.
20. We are 27 likes away from 300, so please do so. Let's go on to Liverpool bit again. We already know about Verts. Spoke about that. We already know that it's closed. Whatever. But now they're actually looking at 2 new young centre backs. I don't know how much they need, but they're gonna have to land one. When you look at Liverpool's situation, everything sounds great going up front at the moment, and that situation is gonna get sorted, whether it's a striker, Verts, and whoever else. But at the back, you think, okay, if Konate or Van Dijk was to pick up injuries, who's the cover? Kwanzaa's been linked away with a move. I don't actually think Arne Slot rates Kwanzaa. I'll be honest, I really don't. He's hooked him a couple times. Gomez, no, I don't think he does. I don't think he's. Gomez has been injury free, but just sad because
Gomez the season before Slot came was actually good.
Yeah, but you want to think about the future. You've got Konate doubts obviously over his contract. Then with Van Dijk's as Van Dijk, let's be real. But bar that, it's just like, well, who's going to be the guy to take the reins? And that's when you look at Diomande, who got a boller from the Portuguese outlet. They always fishing out stories saying that Liverpool have now looked into signing him, and I'm not going to dismiss that. Someone needs to play right centre back next to Van Dijk. If Konate is to leave, Diomande's like 22. Yeah,
how's Konate, by the way, now?
25, 26.
Is he?
Yeah,
I thought he was younger than that.
Where's Konate? Let me check. Konate he's 26. He just turned 26.
Yeah, they need to be finding the next. This will come out wrong.
Oh, Diomande's 21. That guy does not look 21 to me.
Nah, does he fuck?
21 and he's 1.9 meters tall. Are you mad? What's one? He's a tall motherfucker, isn't he?
Stay away from Juma Barber.
Oh man.
Yeah, they need to. It's not they need to find the next Van Dijk, but then they obviously need to be future proofing, and they need to think who their next centre back partner with Konate is. I think, Konza's obviously he ain't gonna be it.
He's not it, no.
And Gomez clearly he's not having Gomez enough. So yeah,
I think if they somehow manage to land both, and I don't know if they do, but if they do. Because if you saw Gomez and you saw Kwanzaa and he land both, you've got Gerald Hato, he's a left centre back, left-footed, can play left back as well. He's like 19. Arsenal been tracking him for ages, but I've seen him linked. The Dutch link up, Arne Slot, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the new. Again, all the good talents. Well. Yeah, exactly. Ajax as well, brilliant player, very very good, very composed. Diomande, now he's the epitome of composure. You played against him, but Arsenal destroyed him. Then again, Sporting just lost Amram and they got absolutely destroyed for a few games anyways. But Diomande, my only reservation with him, I've never seen him in a back four. And that always makes me wonder if they're actually good in a back four rather than a back five. But he is tall, he's everything you want in a defender. Basically like Saliba.
Yeah. I think
wicked player.
The good thing is though that they've got time on their hands. They're not buying a centre-back for here and now. They're buying a centre-back probably for... I mean, even if we're talking cover, they're not even buying a centre back for cover right now because they do still have Konza.
Yeah.
Right. So they're buying someone for the future. So Liverpool are in a good position, man. They're in a very, very, very good position. As one or two Liverpool fans will tell you at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Diomande is just.
Who else is in for him?
Hato. I know Arsenal want him. I saw off links with Newcastle.
Arsenal buying another defender.
But they're gonna offload Kivior potentially, and Calafiori. I think he's going to be viewed as a left back more than a centre back.
Okay.
And so it kind of makes sense. Gabriel,
Timber right back.
Yeah, Tim is right back, obviously. With Ben White right back. But when you think of, they just signed Gabriel. Gabriel's like 27 now, you know.
Yeah,
you want to find probably the next best thing to succeed him over the next few years. For me, Hato and Arsenal makes a lot of sense. You get a lot of game time.
Do you know what? Gabriel's age has crept up, but
yeah, where's the time?
He's still got a good 5 years.
Yeah, he's got longer than that. He's got longer than that.
He's not, you know, he's not known for his pace or nothing, is he? Gabriel's unit.
He's got decent pace. Gabriel, he's dominant in the air.
Yeah.
When it comes to covering wide spaces, he's elite. His ball playing's got a lot better. He's cutting out a lot of bozo. Gabby's that guy, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
He's that guy.
And
you know what?
It's how he's improved.
It's the fact that when Saliba came in the door and everyone was raving about Saliba, and then Gabriel's been pretty much there. He's as a guy who's a lot older than Saliba. He's taken that as his own. I'm the main man here. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
You can lose Saliba, but you still got me.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Yeah. Even though you don't want to lose Saliba, Saliba's still quality centre back.
Well, I said this last season that I could see Arsenal. I could see Arsenal allowing Saliba. Right, which is more important, keeping Saliba or keeping Gabriel?
Gabriel is Mr. Captain of Arsenal. He is captain. He's shouting. That's my type of captain, personally. By the way, my type of player.
I know when people say, right, give Rice the armband, I wouldn't. I'd give Gabriel.
No, Gabriel's been there longer.
And let's be honest,
as well.
Arsenal set pieces with Gabriel is different fucking gravy. The way that guy hangs in the air is fucking mad.
Well, that's why I reckon Liverpool, this Diomande link makes sense, because when it comes to actually targeting someone in the air that's absolutely dominant, that guy's a monster. Now, Konate's already sick in the air. Van Dijk's already the best, one of the best in the air, bar Gabriel. And it's like, oh, I'm just going to add another one of those monsters.
Do you know what? You just made me sick.
What?
Fucking Verts crosses. Fucking hell, man. Fuck's sake.
And you know what the maddest thing? You know,
Verts hanging them balls for fucking pause. Actually, fuck it. I'm not talking about me. Verts hanging them balls for fucking Konate and fucking Van Dijk.
And let alone Diomande. You know what? People, if they are to keep Gomez and Kwanzaa and then go get another centre back, I'm really interested about pre-season. We watched everyone's pre-seasons last year. Yeah, everyone's I certainly did. I know you did. You was it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Can anyone see in a sense where Arne Slot might switch up if he needs to keep these centre backs? You got Frimpong wing back, Perkez
Frimpong
wing back. Can anyone see Liverpool doing a back three?
Do you know what makes me laugh? Right. So I've just given. This is I love YouTube, I love this day and age that you give someone some praise, right? I'm talking about fucking Verts, and straight away it's no, we can't just talk about Verts. We've got to say, Daps, who's going to be better, Verts or Cherki? I'm just talking about Verts at the moment and saying how good he's going to be. We don't have to instantly jump to fucking comparisons.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Frimpong.
Can you
imagine?
What's
Perkez crossing like
elite?
No.
Elite. Can anyone see in a sense where you see Liverpool do a 3-5-2? You know, you got McAllister still. You don't have to change the midfield. You got wing backs. The only thing you're taking away is probably an extra winger and put Salah up front with somebody else. Like you can put Gakpo up front as well. It don't really matter. If they go get Hato, who would be absolutely perfect for that left centre back role, or if they go get Diomande, he's the perfect middle centre back. Period.
I heard someone saying the other day that they could see in some games fucking Bradley and Frimpong playing. And I was trying to work out.
I can't see that.
I can't see that happening.
No, I can't see that happening.
I can't. I mean, right. The only way you can maybe see that is if Salah rested and then play Bradley and play Frimpong more as a kind of like right-sided midfielder.
Maybe in cup games.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Ultimately, when there's injuries. Yeah. Other than that.
Yeah,
Salah false 9. I guess
I feel like with one of them centre backs, you get. I mean,
Salah AFCON. Yeah.
Yeah, Van Dijk in
Yeah,
the back
yeah.
three. I've only seen it again with Netherlands, and I haven't exactly think he's been that great when it comes to back three there. So maybe not. But
Liverpool got the luxury of not needing to play a back three.
Yeah, maybe
Gravenberch centre backs.
Gravenberch dropping back as a halfback could split the centre backs, and Vert's come a little bit deeper. I could see that happening 100%. I'm just wondering. I think Arne Slot, when it comes to tactics, I think he's definitely up there. Because he's changed things a little bit in the season. I quite rate it.
Is that true? Kanate can't defend out wide.
Yeah, he's not the greatest out
Is
wide.
he not?
He's where he's exposed a little bit more, I'd say. You see Martinelli rip him to pieces.
Yeah,
And that's just one example, by the way. I've seen Elanga rip him to pieces when he put him out wide. But then again, he's still a solid centre-back. He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to learn. But yeah, we'll see what happens with on the Liverpool front. Cherki, here we go soon. That's your favourite subject right now, isn't it? You know what, people, this guy, if you watch We Are the South Stand, right, you'll see that's what hatched it. When he talked about Cherki, at least one instance, it's not smiling, it's you hear him clapping.
Bro,
you hear him clapping at least once, and that sounds mad in itself, but you hear him literally clapping.
And don't get it twisted. If we were getting Verts, I'd be doing the same. I wanted Verts.
Ryan Twerky, man.
Documented.
Literally, that's it. Ryan Twerky.
Bro, guys are baller. If we would have got Verts, I would have been gassed as well. There's certain players that you need that you sign. The main thing with Cherki is, I'll keep saying it, is when we got rejected or when we pulled out of Verts, it was like, fuck. Because remember, De Bruyne's gone. Yeah. So it was like, fuck, what are we going to do? And I said to you at the time, because at that point, we had not been linked with Cherki. I know we got linked with him a few months ago, right? But it was more, fuck, we can't, we must go and fucking start moving on this Cherki guy. Yeah. Otherwise, I worry. I still think, look, by the way, the most important signing City have made this summer is Reinders.
Yeah, for the legs.
For the 8. We needed an 8. I'll stick by this. We needed an 8 more than we needed Cherki. But which player is going to excite me more is Cherki. And furthermore, you've got to think this season, we proper missed our match winners. Yeah, we missed De Bruyne. De Bruyne came back at the end and had 1 or 2 games that he won for us. But if we're being real about Kevin De Bruyne, this season, De Bruyne was not good, right? He was good against Villa. He was good against Crystal Palace. Scored a couple of match-winning goals, but not what we used to. We ain't got Mahrez no more with match-winning goals. Gundogan's not hitting the box no more. We do need someone that can fucking just... Well, Marmoush, to be fair, that there's this real thing that City bought players in January and we didn't really improve. Well, the proof is we really fucking did. We went from being one of the most outformed teams to being factually the last 19 games of the season, the best form in the league. Right? Yeah. Now, the players we brought in contributed to that. Marmoush massively contributed to that. He's a match winner. But with Cherki, bro, go and look at that France game. Bro, that was his debut for France and he does that.
Was it actually his debut?
Yeah, it was his debut.
Mental.
Bro, his debut.
He changed the game, by the way.
France.
He changed the game.
Bro, that goal, how dare you?
Yeah, he changed the game.
And that is the reason with this is we need that at the moment because fucking we're playing catch up now. We need fucking match winners, and we've gone and got ourselves one with Cherki.
Yeah, I agree. I can't.
I'm gassed. We need to get it done. Before anyone else.
They're saying it's going to be done this weekend as well. So maybe later today we might get a bomber. It makes sense if it was today rather than tomorrow because it's Sunday.
Well, I think the Dutch managers come out and said that Reinders' medical is at City on Monday.
Okay.
Right. And Ait Nouri, I believe, has been left out of the Algerian squad to travel for his medical.
Yeah.
The hard one, the hard one with Cherki is that for Cherki to be able to go to the Club World Cup, which I know he's proper pushing for, he has to be registered by Tuesday the 10th.
Okay.
France is...
Yeah, 10th is the cutoff.
Yeah, and I'm pretty certain... Can you check fixtures? Did France play on the 10th?
France play Sunday, tomorrow.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure they do for third place, technically.
Check it.
Yeah, tomorrow against Germany.
Right, good. So I would expect he might be getting a medical on Monday or Tuesday as well then. Because we have to get him registered by the 10th or we don't get to go to the Club World Cup.
Probably.
So we've got to get it done. We've got to get an agreement in place realistically to get the medicals booked and everything. We probably have to get an agreement in place today.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. You'd have to get the here we go, get the medical booked because the medical will probably be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
They're calling us the Arsenal new striker Benjamin Tesco. Apparently Hato's idol is Virgil van Dijk. It makes sense, to be fair, you know, being Dutch and all, and the centre back. Iron Roy says, "Daps, are you worried about Cherki's attitude and off the ball work rate? He has been criticised by his manager multiple times. Cass thoughts on Cunha and Boomer joining on the back of overperforming XG massively."
I mean, as far as the attitude thing,
you're gonna come to a new club and you're gonna be gassed. That's the thing. People don't understand. He's 21 years of age.
When we hear this attitude thing with any player, we go, "Cool, show me it, right? Show me it. Show me somewhere, not what fucking a media outlet is pushed." And it seems to always be on fucking Northern African players, which I can't lie is fucking mad, yeah, and bait. But secondly, the one thing I would say is City is Manchester City are known for really going into proper detail. Like I remember hearing once that they went to fucking Gabriel Jesus's primary school to find out what his attitude was like. Yeah. I don't believe my club would sign a player if there's any truth in the attitude problem, right?
Yeah.
As far as the work rate, off the ball work rate.
No, he's fine. He's fine. I had that suspicion. No, he's grown. He's grown a lot. And to be fair, you're not going to go to a Pep's team if you're not going to have work rate, mate.
Yeah,
you get found out. You'll get found out.
This attitude thing, I can't lie. It's not his attitude.
It's not his attitude. It's his entourage.
Such an agenda.
His entourage. It was something difficult to deal with. It was not him. So yeah, and who cares if a player's got a bit of attitude? Let them grow, anyways. And this XG thing, I see that because any downer to put on to Mbeumo and Cunha is to throw shade at United. I'll talk a little bit about that in my stream, but I don't care. I don't watch football with stats. I've never watched football stats. I think it's relevant in some conversations, of course it is. It's important, but in terms of overperforming XG, since when we signed Di Maria or when we signed Van Persie, did I ever hear about Van Persie overperformed his XG? Are you worried?
XG is the worst fucking anyone that uses XG, I'll switch off the minute I hear XG. But what is it with XG that if a team can like have no shots but then get one penalty and their XG goes up by 1 or something like that. XG,
yeah, it's
XG
dumb.
merchant.
Who uses XG, man?
Fucking hell.
No, he's not a United fan. Iron Roy, I think he's Chelsea or Liverpool fan, if I'm correct. But yeah, no, he's not. It might be a genuine question, so no need to. So yeah, I just
can I ask everyone in the chat a question, right? And I know it's difficult. Look, I'm a City fan, yeah. Cass will tell you, I don't like United. Yeah, there's a reason why I never foul. Yeah, the videos glazing other teams is Cass and not me. Right, I can't do it. I find it fucking difficult to give props. People can call me salty. I probably am salty. I take fucking football way too serious. Yeah, but honestly, if we're all being honest with ourselves, Cunha and Mbeumo are two good signings, man. Like whatever we want to, like I do hear that why they choosing Man United, that there is legs to it, but we can't. They shot me. How they've ended up getting them to, I don't know, but they're two good signings. Like,
do you know why?
Because we're nothing.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
That's why.
But does that worry you though?
No.
It doesn't worry you that they're joining you for the wrong reasons?
But that's what rivals.
See, I'm now doing what a rival would do.
See, that's why I don't mind all that talk. It's clearly you have to start a project somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Ineos has to start somewhere. It's like, why did Euro join? Okay. Why did De Ligt join? Okay. Why did Mazraoui join? It's the same reason. It's like, why did Mbeumo and Cunha join? It's because maybe other teams weren't exactly in for them, but we got there first. And you have to you have to present them a project and an idea, and you have to sell it to them. That's how it works.
All right. Do you think then, in that case, that there might be, because look, through this whole time, you have signed good players, even through you being shit, right? Do you think sometimes there might be something in the water at your club that when people join you?
Before, yes. Now, no. Because when people talk about wages, they overstate it or over-report it. Like, they say, oh, Cunha's on 200k a week. No, he's not. It's been confirmed. He's on 170. So who cares? He got a 50 grand up stake from his last wage. Even in Bumo.
Money's a thing, but
in Bumo's personal terms have been agreed already. And what's it called? They say he's going to get something in and around similar to Cunha. So I'm not bothered about that.
Do you know what? The pay thing for me.
Everyone overpays for everyone. Arsenal overpaid for Declan Rice, 105 million. Caicedo, 150 million.
But not just that.
You lot, Jack
wages,
Grealish, 100 million. Everyone overpays for everyone.
And wages as well, right?
275k for Kai Havertz. 300k for my man. Like, everyone does it.
The wages is the thing. There's good examples of this, right? So it's very, very clear to see.
I'll keep doing that.
When Robinho joined Manchester City, yeah, Robinho joined Manchester City for money.
Because he thought it was Man United.
And also the amount we were paying him. Yeah. Right. And that is the definition of a player that is going to a club for money. Yeah. He went there for money. Right. There is also a world where players go for money, but also to fucking win shit and to be part of a project. Robinho, let me be clear, that was not to be part of a project. He was coming for money, yeah. But at the same time, if you are going to a club of this size, yeah, and you know, therefore, how much, and players will know, players' agents know how much money a player is going to generate that club, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
It's only projected.
So when people get on at players for how much they ask for as wages, I think, no, players are just saying, well, I want a piece of the fucking pie.
Yeah, God forbid being a giant club and not flaunting what you've got. God forbid.
Newcastle.
God forbid. So it's a little.
But no, I can't lie to you. I think those two are very good signings. Are you on this? You need a striker, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But
so you're not having my man as the.
No, I like Cherki as an option. The thing is, with all three of those, yeah, you've got different profiles. Mbumo's different. Cunha's a little bit different to Cherki because he's a touch and quite go, and Cherki might be more of a facilitator type player. That's why now we need someone that's. That's why I say when it comes to this Cherki stuff, which I'm going to explain in my channel a bit, but I'll explain it now. Is a lot of Man United fans are turning their nose up. I'm like, who are we to turn their noses up at one of the most elite strikers in the whole world, Cherki? Why would you turn your nose up? We finished 15th. We should be happy and absolutely feeling like, fuck, we got away with this one. We're even getting two of those other players. Let's not get greedy now. Who else is available out there that wants to join Man United? And who knows for what reasons, but Amram's going to be the biggest pull factor for him, let's be real. But he's a different striker or striker option that we don't have.
Yeah, I think I do see.
I still want a lamppost. I still want a lamppost.
I see with Gyökeres, though, you've been blessed with the fact that Gyökeres still wants to join you, right? Because everyone thought Gyökeres would want.
I think he wants to join. I'm going to be honest. I think he wants to join Amorim.
Yeah. But whatever the reason, yeah.
And I don't mind that.
Bro, we've had a lot of players join us because of Pep, yeah. It doesn't matter. Amorim is part of Man United at the moment, right? But Gyökeres, I think, with Chelsea being linked with him, with Arsenal being linked with him, with both teams with Champions League football, if Gyökeres has truly turned around and said, nah, I want to go United, I like the project, yeah.
No one's actually offered for him, though.
Manchester United must go and find that money.
Yeah.
For me. Like, if not, and especially with the fact you've got Mbeumo, with the fact
Chelsea
you've got Cunha.
Chelsea don't want him.
And also, I'll throw it in there. I know you probably won't like this, and quite a few Man United fans won't like this, but the fact you've got Cunha and Mbeumo and kept Bruno Fernandes, yeah, right? I can't lie. You throw in a Gyökeres there, and all of a sudden I can sit here and go, I see what United are trying to do here. They're building something. Like, we don't know with Mbeumo, with Cunha, they are moving from being a big fish in a small pond and whatever, and will they sink or not? But you have to go and get Gyökeres because you're fucking lucky that guy wants to join you. If you let that go, then
yeah, we'll see anyways.
Because if you don't get Gyökeres, who are you getting?
That's what I said. Who are we getting? I mean, I'd rather Mateta, but apparently he's going down for new contract talks with Palace.
Palace will want a lot of money for him as well.
Yeah, he's got 1 year left though. So yeah,
you
so
could get him for.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Amrim's like one of them obsessed OCD type men. And I think he's like Gyökeres. You have to go and get me Gyökeres.
Yeah,
and I think he's been in talks with him. But I'll talk about it anyways.
How much do you pay for Rasmus?
Too much.
How much?
Well, it was 60 million plus 12 million in add-ons, and I think I can tell you straight up that them add-ons did not get achieved. Because he ain't breaking no goal records or nothing.
And that's where I think Man United are with the Gyökeres thing.
We might be selling him.
You must just go and get Gyökeres, right? Because if not, Mateta's a shout because you might get him for a good price. But if not, you could end up going and spending another 60 million on an unproven striker, like Højlund. Right? You've got to go and get Gyökeres done for me.
I'm in agreement. So it puts. You know what it is, yeah? It puts I think it makes teams a little bit more in fear. And what I mean by that tactically is
like Cass Fleurs.
What I mean tactically by that is something that Berbatov said. You go and get someone, you go and get the lap. Defenders don't give a shit, respectfully. You ain't made a name for yourself. You're not moving backwards, you're not dropping yards.
That's true.
You go and get yourself an Osimhen or a Gyökeres or someone like of that kind of caliber at the moment. You are dropping 10 yards thinking, shit, this guy's quick and he's fast and he's powerful. Same with Haaland. You have to think of another way of playing. So naturally, that means United will get more of the ball because obviously that's probably the aim for most teams to have more of the ball regardless. And that's why I'm at where I'm at with that. Is just the fear factor alone.
Yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. I always say this. I think that's what City have missed this season, that people have known they can just put a couple of men on Haaland and no one else in the City team this season were doing anything. The more people teams have to fear, the more players are pulled out of the game. So I hear what you're saying. So
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with.
What are the likes on?
402. Can we get this? Can we raise?
Can we get the likes a bit higher? 1146 in here. The likes are on just over 400. Come on, over half of you. And if you're watching this on playback as well, even if you have watched it through to the 52nd minute, please like the video now. It will help the video in the long term. Yeah. While we wait, and you're going to see me do it live.
What?
Twitter. Sorry, I've got to post something first. I thought that post. Twitter, refresh, City Extra.
What, did someone say something?
No.
Is it a little bit?
No, I'll just do this every hour. Yeah, fuck all on Cherki. Brilliant.
Well,
I hope everyone in the comments are doing the same as me for whatever club you support. Just fucking checking your number one outlet every 5 minutes.
I'm going to go raid myself. And please, if you want to stay over and hear me talk waffle, because this is Manchester United we're talking about, then please do so. Say play next. If anyone wants to join the Discord, it's in the pin. It's your chance now. Someone in the chat or in the Discord that's watching, can you gracefully share the link in case anyone's interested as
Everyone
well.
have a good weekend. I'm going to get drunk.
And